Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the games that happened yesterday on Sunday and what it could mean for the title race. The earlier fixture saw Liverpool beat Brighton 2-1, despite Brighton stunning Liverpool with an early goal from Danny Welbeck. This puts Liverpool top of the league with 67 points. Now, it's the game later on that had a bunch of people interested on what it could do for the title race. If someone was to win that game, it would make them odds-on favourite to win the league. However, a draw gives Liverpool a 2-point lead in the title race. Which it came as a shock when Arteta sent his team out to play the complete opposite of what the side have been known to do. They typically play a little bit like Man City light, with the added spice of outside to in runs from the wingers, in between the gap between the fullback and centre-back. They knock the ball around and do a bunch of nothing until there's an opening, and that's when they pounce. It's somewhat boring, but that's how they play, and teams can't score against you if they don't have the ball. But they didn't do any of that. They played like a prime Sean Dyche Burnley, allowing City to have 73% of possession, which is mental if you've watched Arsenal at all this season. They decided to sit back and let the opposition have all the ball and only contest them when they got in their third, and sometimes not even then if City was out wide. There are two ways to analyse why Arteta could have sent his team out to play this way. We all know that he learned his trade from Pep, so you could say that, aside from Pep himself, Arteta has the most knowledge of how City play. Using this knowledge, he tried to see how City have been performing this season, and how he can try to solve the puzzle of beating City tactically. One of the things that he or his analysts would have seen is that De Bruyne hasn't quite been himself in recent weeks. The usual solution that City have to teams that defend against them and defending deep is Haaland makes runs, finds some space, and at some point De Bruyne will find him. However, this hasn't been the case lately. He's still been good. He's still been very good, but he's not been De Bruyne. Arteta could have been hedging his bets on that and hoping to hit City on the counter, which will also be more effective with the absence of Kyle Walker. The other way that you can look at it is Arteta simply didn't believe that Arsenal can beat City, since the way they play is based on City. And not trying to be insulting to Arsenal, but they have a worse team, and going blow for blow with City in an expansive game could go very poorly. So Arteta might have just wanted to neutralise the game as much as possible, trying for a 0-0 from the start. Not putting too much on trying to break on the counter with too many players as to not make the defensive shape unbalanced, and in possession of the ball, be even more cautious than usual. Either way, a draw was not what City would have wanted, leaving them 3 points behind Liverpool with a worse goal difference. And if there's one thing that can be observed from City and Liverpool in the business end of the season, it's that both teams can go on runs where they just win, and keep winning. So this leaves both Arsenal and City hoping that either Old Trafford or Villa Park will be a banana skin that can cause Liverpool to slip. And if it's only a draw at one of them and Liverpool win the rest, City can't win the league. There needs to be either 2 draws or a loss for Liverpool to make it possible for City to win the league. And the loss is still doubtful unless it's a heavy one because of the goal difference. For Arsenal, if Liverpool only get a draw, they need to be perfect for the rest of the season. I don't see Arsenal winning every game for the rest of the season. They fell away at the end of last season when the pressure was on, and their fixtures aren't fun either. They have Brighton away 3 days before playing Bayern for the first time. Then they have Villa at home in between those games, and it's 3 days before the second one. 3 days later, Wolves away. 3 days later, Chelsea at home, who would love to stop Arsenal from winning the league, not to mention having Spurs and United away as well. So, have Arsenal bottled the league with their performance against City? For me, yes. only because I think that the risk had to be taken if they wanted to win the league. And if the risk was taken and they lost, Arteta would have been absolutely rinsed by the media and content creators, calling him a naive clown. And that would have been unfair because it's a hard decision to make, weighing up the potential risk and reward. Arsenal are the only team that I don't see winning the league now. Would they have lost to City if they played the usual way? Probably. But now that the game's done and they only took a point, the chances of winning the league are now lower than City and Liverpool. If Arsenal finish third and get knocked out of the Champions League by Bayern, it's still a good campaign from them. Liverpool have been nearly back to the best, and City are still City. Being in the title race all the way to the end with those two teams is nothing to scoff at. And not winning the Champions League isn't something that you can put a team down for, especially getting Bayern in the quarterfinals with the fixture congestion that they have in that period. So, anyway, who do you think is going to win the league? Let me know in the comments. My money's on Liverpool. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.